Denny Hamlin just dropped a bomb in the middle of the night after Atlanta, and it's going to make NASCAR very uncomfortable. While most drivers were still processing a rain-soaked, overtime-decided race at EchoPark Speedway, Hamlin grabbed his microphone and said the quiet part out loud: the tires at Atlanta are basically pointless. Let that sink in. Here's what actually went down. The Quaker State 400 got hammered by lightning and rain, pushing the finish into the early morning hours of July 14th. Blaney set the tone from the pole, led a massive 171 of 263 laps, swept both stages, and survived a late overtime restart triggered by a Kyle Larson crash to grab his second win of the season. Christopher Bell came home second. Carson Hocevar rounded out the podium in third. Hamlin himself finished 12th, but he still holds on to the regular season points lead. Then came the podcast. On his show, Actions Detrimental, Hamlin looked straight at the tire compound NASCAR and Goodyear are using at Atlanta and basically called it a non-factor. His claim? You could run that entire race on a single set of tires and barely lose any speed. To understand why this is a big deal, you have to go back to when the next-gen car first hit Atlanta's freshly repaved surface. That new pavement had serious grip, and it was shredding tires left and right. NASCAR and Goodyear panicked, and rightfully so. Nobody wants blowouts at 190 miles an hour on a track with that much banking. Their fix was simple: harden the compound, kill the wear, protect the drivers. It worked. But here's the problem: rubber down, sun exposure, thousands of laps. That track surface has been aging for years now. And Hamlin's argument is that the fix from years ago has now become the disease. A tire that doesn't wear means a tire that doesn't create separation. No degradation means no different pit strategies. No drivers managing wear at different rates. No chess match on Sunday. Just cars running flat out with almost no variable to play with. That directly threatens the exact kind of racing everybody praised once darker, cooler nighttime conditions finally created some grip fall off late in this very race. Here's where this gets serious, and here's why Hamlin isn't just complaining for the sake of complaining. Tire wear is one of the last pure strategic tools left in NASCAR. Engines are largely equalized. Aero packages are spec'd down to the inch. Pit crews are drilled to perfection. Tire fall-off is one of the few remaining variables that separates a great driver from a good one. And it's one of the only things that forces teams to actually gamble on strategy instead of just running the fastest lap possible. If Hamlin is right, and the compound genuinely doesn't degrade, then Atlanta races are being decided almost entirely by track position and clean air, not adaptability. That's a dangerous trend for a sport that's fighting hard to keep casual fans engaged. But here's the risk on the other side. Add too much grit back into that tire, and you're reopening the door to the exact failures that got everybody here in the first place. Goodyear isn't just chasing entertainment value, they're managing catastrophic risk on a track with some of the highest banking and highest sustained speeds in the entire sport. A tire that wears too aggressively at those speeds isn't a strategy variable, it's a safety hazard waiting to happen. So is Hamlin smart to push this, or is he playing with fire? Honestly, it's both. He's identifying a real competitive problem, but the solution isn't as simple as just add grip. It's an engineering tightrope, and Goodyear has to walk it perfectly or somebody gets hurt. Expect the reaction to split hard. Expect the reaction to split hard. A big chunk of the fan base is going to praise Hamlin for saying what plenty of drivers think but won't say publicly. He's the points leader. He's not desperate for attention. When a guy in his position criticizes the product, people listen. On the other side, you'll hear pushback from fans who remember exactly why this tire exists in the first place. Nobody wants a highlight reel of tire failures at Atlanta speeds. Critics will argue Hamlin's nostalgic for a level of unpredictability that almost got somebody seriously hurt just a few years ago. Either way, this clip is going to travel across every NASCAR corner of the internet by tomorrow morning. Best case scenario, NASCAR and Goodyear actually listen. They run a tire test at Atlanta before the next Cup Series date. They're dialing a compound that reintroduces wear without reintroducing failures, and suddenly Atlanta becomes appointment viewing again. Remembered as the race where the sport actually adapted in real time. Worst case scenario, NASCAR stays silent, nothing changes, and Atlanta keeps producing single file track position decided finishes. Hamlin's comments get filed away as just another driver gripe, and the frustration keeps building until it boils over into something bigger, maybe even a driver council showdown behind closed doors. So here's the real question. Is Denny Hamlin exposing a real flaw in how NASCAR is managing this sport, or is he just a frustrated points leader looking for something to complain about after a 12th place finish? Drop your take in the comments right now before you scroll away. And if you want to stay ahead of every major storyline breaking across the NASCAR garage, make sure you're subscribed to SportsWire USA. We're not going anywhere.